The media, the corporate press, lies to you about everything. They lie about absolutely everything, no matter what hoax they're coming up with. They love their narrative. You guys know it all. Kavanaugh's a serial rapist. The Covington kids are racist. Jussie Smollett was lynched. Trump is working for Russia. All the things that we weren't allowed to say, or that we had to say were true under Trump, now we're not allowed to talk about, just like the endless cascade of ridiculousness. Well, there's this Twitter feed called Libs of TikTok, and they just did a great job here. So what we're going to show you is a 9-tweet thread. The image that you're going to see on your left is what they were saying under Trump, and the image that you're going to see on the right is what they're now saying under Biden. And these are all mainstream news organizations. I'm going to read each headline, and you tell me if perhaps some of these places of journalism changed their opinion because it was their guy in the White House and now scary orange man was gone. So we'll start with Vox. This is June 2020 on the left. The effect of Black Lives Matter protests on coronavirus cases explained. Coronavirus cases are increasing, but Black Lives Matter protests may not be to blame. Here's why. Okay. Now let's go to January 21. Now Biden's in office. The attack on the Capitol may have also been a super spreader event. Lawmakers may have been exposed to the coronavirus during Wednesday's riot. Okay, so when Trump's in office and it's Black Lives Matter protests, no one's getting COVID. Biden's in office, now COVID super spreader. Wall Street Journal, June 2020. Early data show no uptick in COVID-19 transmission from protests. Public health experts say preliminary test results are encouraging. Outdoor locations and masks may have helped. Well, that's wonderful. Now let's go to January 2021, Wall Street Journal. At least 3 lawmakers test positive for COVID-19 after Capitol attack. Democratic House members sheltered in room where Republicans refused to wear masks. So again, Black Lives Matter protest, we're all good. No more Black Lives Matter protests, protesting over something else. We got a problem. Let's go to Forbes. July 2020. Research determines protests did not cause spike in coronavirus cases. Here's Forbes in January 21. Lawmakers sheltering during Capitol riot may have been exposed to coronavirus. Guys, are you getting what's going on here yet? Are you picking up what I'm dropping? Okay, this is some fine work, Libs at TikTok. Very proud of you. Here's CNN, which is a fiction news network. June 2020. Black Lives Matter protests have not led to a spike in coronavirus cases, research says. January 2021. CNN. 38 Capitol police officers test positive for COVID-19 after Capitol riot. My God, COVID knows your political leanings and infects you accordingly. It's incredible. USA Today, June 2020. Coronavirus surges aren't linked to Black Lives Matter protests. January 2021, USA Today. Wednesday's storming of the U.S. Capitol will likely be a surge event for the coronavirus, said Dr. Robert Redfield, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He told McClatchy in an interview that he's worried because thousands of people did not wear masks and have since left Washington for various parts of the country. Well, Robert Redfield, if you're watching this, I would love to know, did you say the same thing when it was Black Lives Matter protests? Or didn't you? Because people getting together in big groups, regardless of their political affiliation, you'd think the virus would spread the same way. I'm not a scientician or a mathematician, just a guy, you know? New York Times, July 2020. Did Floyd protests lead to a virus surge? Here's what we know. Epidemiologists have braced for a surge of coronavirus cases, but it has not come yet. How convenient. January 2021, New York Times. Did mixing a riot with a pandemic yield a super spreader event? Members of a mob, many unmasked, roamed the halls of the Capitol. Unmasked Republicans jammed into secure rooms. The outcome is worrisome to many members of Congress. And finally, the last one, just in case you're slow and you don't get what's going on here. The final one, the Associated Press. which, by the way, shares offices with Hamas in Gaza. Little evidence that protests spread coronavirus in the U.S. Of course, that was July 2020. And in January 2021, possible virus exposure for lawmakers sheltering during riot. We are in an information war.